Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 25. As we continue our run here on the Asian map, which I keep forgetting the name of, Hutan Pantai. I'm probably going to just butcher that name every single time I try to think about it. We are picking up where we left off. What was we doing? Oh yeah, we were plowing our rice fields. Let me get back over here and grab this guy, make sure he finishes the plowing, please. Let's just go ahead and get him set up. Get him rolling. Oh, wrong button. Go. Stopped. Okay, why are you confused? Apparently we have confused you. Probably because I actually quit the game partway through your pathing here, and we might need to... You know what, let me just do this. Finish this real quick for myself. Not a big deal. Not sure that he's getting all of that, so I'm probably going to run around and do the other side real quick just to make sure he's getting all of this. But yeah, we'll get all these rice fields plowed up because I think they all need plowing at the moment. I guess I could check them all. I know this one definitely needed plowing when I came over here, but don't know if I've actually checked the other ones, come to think of it. Just make sure that whole line got done. Okay. Let's zip down here and check this one right here real quick. And if it does need plowing, we'll get him started on it while we go do some other things. Yes, this one does need plowing, and I guess we might as well jump over here. Where is it at? There we go. And this one also needs plowing. Okay. So all of our rice fields do, in fact, need some form of plowing. Let's start you on this side. Will you just go in reverse? I'm curious about that. Well, let's try. Or are you going to correct yourself and go the other way? Oh, you're correcting yourself to line up better, which I had actually overlapped you a little bit, and you're actually choosing not to overlap. Kind of interesting. All right, so we do have this field all completely harvested, so all of our rice is done. Bring you over here, and let's turn the engine volume just a smidge. We'll bring you over here and get you unloaded. Alright, and then let's grab you. And I'm curious about something. Supposedly, there is another job that you can do. You're supposed to be able to actually select this. I don't want to sell it. Okay, actually, I think I need to... Okay, so I need to select you, I think, right? That's what I'm doing wrong. I need to select my guy that I'm on, maybe? Yes. Create a job. We want to deliver. Ha ha ha. Can we deliver to... Can we deliver to here? Or is it only delivering to other, like, places? Doesn't look like we can deliver to there. We can deliver to these other, like, places that exist, right? The bakery, the biogas, all that kind of stuff. But it does not appear that we can actually deliver to, like, just a random silo. Now, we can load from one place to another. Oh, we can actually go load up lime. Really? Okay, so there's a load for the silo. Silo does exist as a loading option. But... Oh, there's 3 of them. Why is it clicking me 3 times? Oh, there must be multiple silos on the map. Okay, that's what it is. And then we can select what we want to load here. Which we do have some rice, for example. Then we can unload at a different spot. Okay. Interesting. So there is a load and deliver option, but not a deliver to the silo option. So good to know. I was just curious about that because I was looking through the help information and I noticed that it had said something about load and deliver, and I was like, oh wait, what is that? That is something I was kind of hoping to find at one point. I mean, it's got limits, obviously, we just noticed that, but it is interesting that it does in fact exist in some form. Like I said, it would have been good for us to have our guy go over and get some lime. Had I known it existed then. Alright, so before I started the recording, I was actually just sitting here staring at my farm and kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this save. And I'm not maybe 100% there yet still. But, you know, I've got a few ideas of things that we can do. We definitely want to continue growing rice. So we want to we want to do something that requires the rice at some form or fashion, because selling the rice by itself just feels plain and boring anyway. But also, you know, we also want to make money, right? We want to make more money from the production stuff. We also want to do, you know, we'll do a little bit with some of the greenhouses and things like that. We've already got the mushroom greenhouse, for example, although we might not keep the mushroom greenhouse because I don't think it's useful for anything else, actually. We do have this greenhouse over here, though. And so one thing I want to do with that greenhouse, and something I know somebody commented on, and it makes a lot of sense that I saw online, is that we can actually use the flooded rice fields to get us water for our greenhouses. Now, we might not explicitly want to flood this particular field right this second. We will need to flood it before we plant. Now, here's the thing. Here's the weird thing. So, long grain rice, you plant on a dry field and then you flood it afterwards. Regular rice, you flood it first and you plant on the wet field. Another difference is that you can't fertilize if it's wet, but you can fertilize before you flood it, right? So, I mean, arguably we might want to just fertilize this thing presumably up to 100% now, if that is how it works. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm actually just going to flood this field. And then we have the obviously opportunity to dry out the field as well. So I'm going to flood it now just so I can get some water for the greenhouses. And then we could always dry it out later before we're ready to plant. Another thing we could do if we really wanted to is just make a tiny little like rice field, like right here. Like it's like a little 3x3 rice field, for example. That can work, and we might eventually do that. But truth be told, we're not using this rice field right now anyway. So I don't think there's any problem with going ahead and telling it to flood as is. And then we can, I love that it fills in the tire track spots first. Then we can, like I said, we can dry it out later before we're ready to plant. Things, or dry it out before we're ready to fertilize, and then get it wet again before we're ready to plant. Things like that. So just some ideas, some thoughts. And maybe it won't work this way. Maybe my idea of how to do it like this is actually not going to work the way I think it will, which is fine. It's a learning opportunity, and we'll adjust accordingly later. So, but let's go ahead and come down here. How full does this thing have to be before we can start getting water from it? Apparently, right now. So it's not even fully flooded yet, and we can already get water from it. That's pretty good. Love that we're like making water tracks here. It's actually kind of cool. They did a good job with the water. The water, I mean, this tractor legitimately looks, the tires look wet. Like, that's really cool. I'm really kind of happy about that particular thing so far. Since the water is so easy to get with that rice field right there, we'll go ahead and get all these greenhouses completely filled up. That one is apparently all it can take. And we'll get the rice field thing over here filled up as well. Now we have cut in some big grooves in here. I don't think the grooves, I think it's just cosmetic. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's just cosmetic and it's not like affecting anything for the future, but I don't know. It's such a cool effect. Very cool effect. So we will get some more greenhouses. Looks like that's all that thing can take. Not a problem. We will get some more greenhouses later, I believe. But for now, we're going to just run with these. Did I decide which one of these I'm actually going to turn on? Actually, they're both turned on. Well, then... fine. I can't pick anyway. We might as well leave them both on. These are already turned on as well. How do we know if it's turned on or not? Deactivate, activate. Ah, okay, so it's kind of grayed out, and we can see the deactivate on the right hand side. That makes sense. Okay. Let me go just fill up this tank one more time, because at this point we might as well just have it set on the side. And then I might actually go ahead and... I'm not sure if we have to wait for the field to finish filling before we can do this, but we might have the field go ahead and dry itself out for now, because we don't really need the water right now anyway, and we do want to do some fertilization later. But can we tell you to actually empty instead? So you're actually only 4% full. I think it goes all up to 65% from some experimentation I was doing just to try some things out. So we'll go ahead and get you emptied out. No reason to have you have water on it right now. We've got some spare water available, and I think that's going to work just fine. I'm just going to park this thing right over here off to the side. Should be able to go around that just fine. All right, so there's our greenhouse is filled up. Happy with that result. Good stuff there. What else we got? So we got to get you parked somewhere because we don't need you right now. And the other thing I want to do is I'm going to show you. I think we're going to buy us a production facility. You might be thinking, you know, we don't have a ton of money. What are we gonna? What kind of production facility we're gonna buy? Well, that's the cool thing, is that there are some micro production facilities in this version of the game, which is kind of cool. We'll take a look at those here in just a second. I can park this bad boy in here. Oh, the turning is so sensitive. There we go. Alright. You're good. And let's go... I'm not sure which side that kicked me out on. I just had to do a full 360. Let's go and... So the rice we're not going to have to do anything with it until April, I believe, is what I looked at. Yes, rice is April. I mean, truth be told, if we were going to plant something now, it would have to be wheat, barley, or canola. I don't know that we need any of that. Actually, before we do anything, let's take a look at the production facilities that I was talking about. So, we do have all these factories, right? And if I can... there we go. Why is it not letting me... That was weird. I still haven't figured out how to use these menus because I'm used to like L1, L2, and things like that on my controller, and it's just not the same. I'm sure with a mouse and keyboard it's actually perfectly fine navigating through these, but with the controller it's just different than it was in FS22. Anyway, so we got all the normal production facilities you would expect. In fact, it's all the same graphics from FS22. There's a few like new kind of designed ones down here near the bottom, but for the most part there's a lot of the similar ones that we've seen before. But if we get down here near the bottom, we'll see these little tiny things. And so we got all of these are worth cost 36,000 bucks. They're all about the same cost as a greenhouse, for example, like the good sized greenhouses. And they got a bakery, they got the carpentry, preserved food, dairy, grain mill, oil mill, grape processing, sawmill, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop, and that, I guess that's it. So a lot of the main production facilities are available in these. Now, these things are obviously, again, a fraction of the cost of a regular one. For example, if I want to do a, I don't know, preserved food factory, for example, if I were going to buy the real preserved food factory, it's about 1/10 of the cost for this one. Now, as you might expect, it's also 1/10 of the production. So it only produces 1/10 of what the other one produces. But honestly, just to get us started, it's not bad. It's just like a little kind of almost personal little thing that we can just stick somewhere to be able to use to get us a little bit of processing going right now. Where could we put this? I mean, I could put it over here beside this greenhouse, for example, although it says it's currently overlapping with some other object at the moment. Maybe that's just like the ground, stuff like that. So I could put it like over here. It's obviously not very big. I could also put it on this field, for example. I could put it maybe over here on this. Okay, we don't actually own that particular piece of land. I could put it over here beside where we put the bee production. I could put it along the side of the road. We can call it like an kind of roadside kind of thing that somebody can pull up and get some food from us. So it's like, you know, a few options for where we could put it. We can put it back here if we wanted to, although it's currently, like I said, overlapping with another object according to that, although there's probably a few spots we can find to put it. It's not very big. I might just put it here for now. We might, you know, decide to move it later. If I can find a spot to put it like right here on the edge, that might be okay. Or, I'd also sell some of these buildings if I really wanted to. I felt like we weren't really going to be using those. I might actually have to stick it over here, which is probably still okay. Do I want to just back it up here? Thought about putting one on this thing, but this is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. I thought it was a decent sized building. We might just use this kind of oddly shaped field to stick a few of these in a line, but this is actually not very big, so we don't actually need that much space. I'm not really finding a good place that I want to put this. Again, I could sell some of these buildings. I could even sell those buildings right there and stick it right there. You know what? I wonder if I could just sell that building right there. And we're not using it, I don't think. So what if I sold you? And can we put this thing down right there? Still says it's going to overlap. I wonder what's overlapping. Oh, it's probably the output. It's overlapping maybe the road or the pavement there. Just push it back a little bit. I wish we could stick it up here, but we don't have the mod for us to be able to place anywhere, unfortunately. We might just stick it back here a little bit. It's a little offset. I might end up selling that building to the right as well, just because it looks a little weird now. But I want to find a good place to stick it where it's as close as possible. Okay. It looks like that's going to be about as good as it's going to get. So, there we go. We got our little processing center here. It's not much to look at, obviously. It's a little personal canning thing. Small farm size, you know, not really much to speak of. But it should get us kind of head in that direction. Now we actually have a production facility that we can go take a look at. So, obviously, this particular production facility can do a bazillion things, right? One thing we might want to do, though, is probably work on... I kind of want to work on some of the new things, right? Like something like this. Noodle soup. We would use rice flour and eggs for that. Or we can come down here to, for example, some rice bags, which actually just need rice. This is actually probably a perfect thing for us to do right away. There's also... Okay, so this is our rice... It's called a rice bag, but this is actually just rice rolls. Kind of a weird name. And then we got actual rice bags. Either one of these would be fine. I wonder what the price is on these. So let's do some quick math here. Where are the prices? Prices are here. So rice by itself is... I might have to get out my paper. My little notebook. Why is it? Oh, it's in alphabetical. Oh, I was trying to figure out what, because I was expecting it to be like near the other rice, because you know it's part of the same. But it just occurred to me that it is actually alphabetical. Okay, that's helpful, I guess. It works. Let me just do some math here real quick. So, sorry, my tablet is waking up here for a second. Come on, tablet. All right, so rice at its maximum sells for, what, about 11.55, we'll call it. That's what it looks like on there. So we'll call it 11.55. And then rice bags are, well, they only sell 1 month out of the year. At a good, well, actually, no, actually, that's wrong. The low price is $14.64. The high price is $14.72. Honestly, those are both really good prices. And currently, it's already $15.20, but we'll ignore that for a second. We'll just use the prices here in the middle of the screen because otherwise it's just going to get confusing, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Those are two different rice bags. No, wait, rice box. Wait. Which one are we making? Rice bags or rice boxes? Rice bag. Okay, rice box is for the long grain. Rice bag is for the regular. Got it. All right, good to know the difference. So we got the rice bag at $14.72. And then finally, what was it? The rice rolls? Those are $4.50. I mean, those really don't change in price much either. And I'm assuming these are all in units of 1,000. It's usually what it is. So by that math, if we were to go look at, so if we had 1,000 liters of rice, it would sell for $1,100. Okay. If we had 1,000 liters of rice that we turned into rice bags, we can do 17 rounds for 1,000, and that'll produce 892 rice bags, which comes out to, I'm sorry, that's the rice rolls. That's the rice rolls. It comes out to $1,383. Call it $13.84 to round up. All right, so that's a little bit of an improvement of profit, right? That's about $230 extra profit. And then if we did the rice bag down here, it is the same 1,000 liters of rice. We got 10 rounds of that. Makes us 450 rice bags, which is, oh, wait, what? Significantly less. Like, actually, we take a hit. Huh. Did I do that math wrong? 1,000 liters of rice gives us 10 rounds of this. 10 rounds of this is 450 rice bags, which is 45% of 1,000. And 1,000 is, if I'm understanding what 1,000 is, it's 1,472. So that's only $662. I would love to be corrected on that one because something seems off with that. But for right now, it does look like the rice rolls is our best usage of just plain rice for now. Until we can get maybe some eggs, for example, or turn it into flour, things like that. So we might start with the rice rolls. And then if we want to start turning some into flour later, we can explore that option as well. All right. I think that's the plan, though. We are going to just drop it off here and turn it into some rice rolls. So we'll activate this one. And then we'll go grab... I guess we didn't have to drop it off at our silo over here. That's all right. Oh, wait. Here's a good question. Kind of curious about. What if I tell you... I know it's just close by, but I kind of just want to experiment. What if I tell you to... go to the silo, grab some rice, which apparently is not the right silo. There we go. That's our silo. Unload it at the greenhouse for rice saplings, really. Unload it at the preserved food factory, which over there. I'm glad it shows up on the menu. I mean, you could do a looping, but it's not going to matter. Let's do no looping for now. And we'll just say start job. Thinking? Is it thinking or is it going to do it? I don't know. Let's get you moved over here. Target is unreachable. Why? Why do you think you're unreachable? Maybe because there's a tractor in front of it. Does it recognize that there's a tractor in front of the drop-off? Seems like it would be strange that it would already know that, but it's possible. Right, let's just get you going, and then we'll come back and check that other guy out. Let's move you out of the way, just in case that is, in fact, a weird part of the problem. What does the rice thing use, by the way, the greenhouse? Oh, it just uses water, okay. So you... What if I actually put you over here? More for experiment. I mean, obviously I could have already done this by now, but I just want to experiment and see what it does. Okay, we already got the field work going. Sorry, the wrong button. Come on. So we want to create a job for you. We want to create job. We want you to load and deliver silo, preserve food factory, no looping, start job. So you're going to go. Hands free. It didn't actually load anything yet? Now where are you going? Now you're all sorts of confused. Okay, let's... Maybe you only like to load one direction? In a weird sort of way? Let me just back you up here so you can actually go to this properly. Alright, I'm going to try it one more time. If it doesn't work now, I'm just going to obviously do it, but... It's cool that it keeps the job in there. I don't have rice yet. Oh, you're going to try and go back. You really didn't like the fact that you were already there. Or you're confused and going in circles? So the AI is not perfect yet, guys. As we're seeing. The AI is not perfect yet. Let me back you up a little bit. I want to see if we can get it working. And it might just be a proximity thing. It could be any number of things. But I just want to make sure it's not me that's messing like up what kind of where it's at, what it's doing. now you're going to turn in. That's so far so good. Now you're going to go to the silo. So far so good. Now you're going to sit here, not load up, and then get stuck. All right. Well, it does not work yet, guys. It's good to know that they want it to work. Apparently some bugs to work out. So hopefully they get those worked out at some point, but it is cool that it is something that will be coming at some point. Where's my rice? There it is. This will just park you back down here. Kind of need to get us a maintenance shed over here so that we can easily turn this thing into a flatbed from time to time. Don't really have that option right now. Let's go back up here and go look at that thing. Does it have anything visual that we can see? Or is it just kind of... Although maybe it would visually show us it... Well, you can hear it working. I don't think it's actually, like, doing anything visual. It might, though. Who knows? And then it is obviously trucking along here. What are we doing with these stuff? We're storing everything? Okay. That's going to be fine, I think. For now. We can sell it later. And we can sell it from there as well, but we can sell it later. That works. All right, we got that going. Where do the mushrooms spit out? Okay, over here. The mushrooms will be there. All right. Well, I don't think there's much else to do today. I guess we really need to decide what we're going to do with these other fields, though. Like, I haven't actually figured that part out. I mean, if we wanted to do eggs for the noodle soup, for example, because that's something new, we would just... I mean, eggs are not... We would need some sort of grain for the chickens, I suppose. But I don't know that we want to do chickens right now. I think we'll just do the rice bags for now. Another thing we could do, and I did see this before as well, is there is a new type of cereal, a rice cereal, that we can do. That would be kind of interesting and different. Might be kind of fun. What other kind of factors could we have that might take some sort of rice input or something like that? Or, oh, we can get started on... We can go towards the water buffalo stuff. Start working towards that. Kind of want to get the water buffalo down so that we have them. Kind of being grown, you know, like maybe get some little babies. And then we can kind of work towards feeding them as they get to adulthood. That might be a decent idea. If we're going to put the... Where would we put the water buffalo? Let's take a look at our farm area. Let me see. How do I get to the farm stuff? Farmland. All right, so we do have all of these things here in the middle here. I might just put the water buffalo over here on this little awkward shaped field, but we'll need grass. We'll need some sort of straw. So we will need 2 fields for sure to feed the cows. Now we could alternate those. It's a little bit more hassle to alternate, but we can technically do that. I may ultimately just need to be buying us another field so that we have a place to do some more crops of some sort, like maybe this one down here. It's kind of expensive right now. Could also sell some of these houses. I could sell creepy, what's his name, Bob? Sell creepy Bob's house over here. Is that his name? Ben. Creepy Ben. That's right. We can sell creepy Ben's house. Does he disappear if we sell his house? Just asking. It's not really that much space to put cows, though, to be fair. I could just start growing some crops that we're going to use to feed the cows. And then we could sell the crops for now, just to get a little bit of money and get some stuff rolling at least. Like I said, we will need some sort of straw, so wheat or barley next month would be fine. Yeah, actually, you know what? We do have a month to think about it then. Or, unless we're going to plant grass, which we could do right now. I kind of want to get us another field area because I just feel like we don't have quite enough space for the things I want. I mean, I could also just get rid of one of the rice fields, but I'm not sure that's what I want to do either. How are we doing over here on the plowing while I'm thinking about stuff? Okay, plowing's good, so at least these are all done. Do they need lime or anything? They do not, so we're good on that for a little while. Where did I, oh, I had it parked up here. That's right. Alright, so that's parked. We're done with the plowing for now. Alright, what do we want to do? I mean, I feel like we kind of need... How much is the little baby pen for cows? It's only 15,000 bucks. Or we can grab this thing, which is... You know, definitely a bit bigger. I mean, I could replace this little rice paddy, right? We'd still have two that would get us, you know, something for now. And this could be a decent size cow. I mean, we don't want that big of a one. Let's see what we got. We've seen that one before. It was pretty classic. I mean, the $85,000 one is probably... Oh, we're on horses right now. Never mind. No, that's cows. There we go. So, yeah, 85,000 bucks holds 35 cows, which is, you know, not quite as many as this one, but it's considerably cheaper. So that does seem like a really good one to do. But then we have this one, which... Honestly, don't know where we would stick ya. Yeah, we could get rid of this little building if we wanted to put it here. Could just stick it over here. Or we could just start with the other cow pen. Like I said, get rid of this rice paddy completely. And get another cow pen. And just put the cows right here. That would also work quite nicely. I think we will do that. So how do we get rid of you as a... demolition mode? So we just... remove you. Oh, it just becomes a regular, just like a regular piece of dirt. It's not even actually a field right now. That actually kind of works. Then I think we will go with this. Where's the outputs? Where's the cow part? I don't think there's anything on the back here. I think it's just... Could also bump it up against the rocks here. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's bump it up against the rocks. I don't think there's any reason to go drive through it. We might drive into it and then pull back out again, but driving through it I don't think is necessary. Might pump it up against over here. Possibility we could squeeze something in over on the side there if we ever wanted to. I don't like the fact that it looks like it's levitating. Like, what's it going to how's it going to deform the ground here, which is going to be a little bit annoying. I want to snap. There we go. Alright, I'm going to stick it back here. Hope that doesn't just mess up the ground. Oh, it overlaps with another object. Oh, okay, so that's fine. I think this is the closest to this way that we can go, and then we'll pump it up that way just a smidge. Okay, go right there then. Do you want to customize the fence for the cow barn? Oh, well, yeah. Why not? We can make the fence bigger. Can we snap this as well? Yeah, we can snap that as well, it looks like. Well, it doesn't feel like it's snapping that much. We could bring it out and around and kind of over down this way. Maybe even, I wonder if we can bring it all the way up to that edge there. Give them a much bigger space. Want to snap you to the edge or kind of... I might have to do the mouse for this. Some things it's just easier to do with the mouse. I wish, like, it's not snapping. It says it's snapping. Oh, cancel. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed that it's not, like, actually doing a good snapping here, but oh well. We'll call it good enough. It didn't have to be perfect. Oh, this is actually going to cost us a little bit of money, but that's all right. Come over there. Come along the front. I mean, for now, we might as well make this kind of big. It's adding to the cost, but, you know, it's all right. How do I turn around? Can I not turn around? Why is there no turn around? There we go. I'll use the controller to turn around. I don't know why I can't turn around with the mouse, but that's all right. And I kind of wanted to come up to this area right here. So we're going to come along here. Just about to where we would drive in there, I suppose. Something like that. Feels pretty even. And then we'll... I'm not sure if that's perfectly even or not, but... maybe close enough. And can we say we're done? Oh, we actually have to go to there. Oh. I see. Alright, well then we will delete last segment. Like that. Okay, I guess we'll just come up to here then. Again, it's I hate that it's not really snapping. It's not gonna be a little crooked, I'm sure of it. It's probably close enough. Not the metal. Did I get it? Alright, so we got a metal. Alright, that fence is a little crooked. We might fix it later. But we got a metal. We got a cow place, so I'm happy with that. Now we can put some baby cows in there, or baby water buffaloes, I guess, in our case. And actually start planning how we're going to feed them. Oh yeah, that's definitely crooked. Whatever. It gives it character, maybe. I don't know. Do we need to put the like a manure thing down? Does it have built-in slurry? That's a good question. It does not say anything about slurry at the moment. Let's go and get us some babies. We'll definitely go down here and we'll get us some, why is it not letting me? I don't want those. I want to go down on the menu over here. Okay, okay, there we go. The menus are behaving very weirdly, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. It feels like the menus are behaving very weirdly. Okay, we want you. Can I have 43? I thought it said 35. Apparently I made that up. Or maybe it's based on the size. Oh! I bet it's based on the size of what we outlined. And that is interesting. Okay, well, good to know. Well, for now, let's get these. I mean, I'm not a huge fan. It's an odd number, but we'll make it work. And there's the little babies who can barely walk. But they also like to play and hop around. And for now, they'll just eat the meadow grass. They don't need anything else other than the meadow. So we don't have to worry about any TMR or anything because obviously they're not producing anything. And if we come back up here, we still don't have anything for slurry. They do require water though. Grass, hay, and TMR. Additionally, they require water. I don't see the water listed there. Does this thing not just have automatic water? A lot of the times the buildings like this just automatically have water. I mean, there's the food drop off. I don't know. I'm not seeing any water drop offs. We're just going to assume that they're fine. All right. Well, we got some baby buffaloes and... oh, wow. We're way over time. I'm having way too much fun. I guess we'll put a cut in there. When we come back, we will figure out what else we're going to need to get the buffaloes taken care of when they get a little bit older. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.